If you guys are looking for cheap and reliable coins, make sure you check out www.crazycheapcoins.com. Use the discount code AJ for 5% off. They currently have 7 pounds per 100k on the Xbox and 6.2 pounds per 100k for the PS4, so make sure you check them out. Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Fresh, and welcome back to another edition of Versus FIFA. Now, if you do not know what the series is, it's pretty much where I put two players that play in the same league or generally the same nationality who play similar positions, and I put them against each other and let you guys know which one of these players should you buy. So today's episode is going to be Leroy Fer versus Yaya Toure. So looking at his stats, I mean, both guys' stats look very phenomenal. Fer goes for 1,600 coins on the Xbox and 1,300 on PS4, while Yaya goes for 185,000 coins on the Xbox and 270,000 coins on the PS4. So already a huge price difference. So let me go ahead and show you the team that I had used for them. Now normally I would grab this in game, but for some reason I guess I did it even though I remember doing it. So I might have lost the clip, but this is the team that I put them in. Now obviously when Yaya Toure is out there, I will put Leroy Fer there. I can. So they both played a center attacking position. So let's go ahead and move on to Leroy Fer. I mean, very solid mental and physical stats. Seriously, it's just absolutely insane. 87 strength, 91 stamina, 88 jumping. Simply phenomenal stats. Absolutely love those. And then looking at his in-game stats too, he's got some very solid stats all around. Seriously, most of his stats are green, minus his free kick accuracy, and I believe it's curved, but nevertheless some very solid stats as well. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, high work rate, 6'2", and he has the engine specialty and the power header trait. So now let me go ahead and start off with this guy's shooting. Now this guy has some really great shooting, if I have to be honest. This guy can smash you in some goals from outside the box. One thing that I definitely did like, now it's not necessarily from like 30 yards away, but we'll say from like 20 to 25 yards, this guy can definitely smash in some long shots. So I definitely did like that about him, you know, because of that high shot power. I think it's like 84 shot power, which for me is really great. He also has like mid-70s long shots, so that kind of helps make that happen. Also, his finishing feels better than what it says on the card. I think it's like in the mid-70s, maybe like 72, somewhere around there, but his finishing feels like it's a bit higher than that, somewhere in like the low 80s. I did definitely like that about him. I mean, his shooting overall is just really fantastic. Shot power, finishing, long shots, all the other good stuff was just simply great for me. Now moving on, another favorite trait of his is his passing. This guy has some really great passing, and you just see this throughout the clips. This guy, I think in the games that I play with him, got me like 15 assists or something like that. I don't know, it was pretty great if you ask me. I absolutely love this guy's passing. This guy's passing is really great. I mean, short passes, long passes, you know, it does not really matter. Crossing on the other hand is a bit iffy, but however, I mean, he's 6'2", and he's 88 jumping and like 85 heading accuracy. Why would you have this guy cross the ball? You should be crossing the ball to him, which brings me up to another good point, is that his guy has some great heading on him as well. I did only score one header with him, but that's just because I haven't really been trying to score headers with him. I was scoring with his feet pretty much. I absolutely love scoring with this guy's feet, but I mean with headers, this guy is great just because he just jumps over everybody and can slam it in. So I definitely did like that about him. Also, his dribbling is an underrated factor on his card. I mean, you'll see this throughout the clips. This guy can dribble in and out of some defenders. I really did like that. And he does have 3-star skill moves, which can be a bit of a letdown, but he does make up for it by having strength, so he is not easily bullied off the ball when you are dribbling with him. Now moving on, this guy also has some high stamina as well. This guy can last all day, especially with high work rates. You need a player that has a lot of stamina, and Leroy Fer definitely fits that because seriously, this guy will run up and down the pitch and he will not get tired at all. So definitely I did like that about him because he really just felt like the engine for the team, and overall I really did enjoy this guy. You know, 4-star weak foot as well. I mean, he's so cheap too. You can get literally a complete player that is so cheap. However, I do feel like he'd be better suited in a CM role rather than a cam role. So now let's move on to the big boy Yaya Toure. Looking at these stats, absolutely insane. Majority of them are like the high 80s, to even his strength is like 92 strength, 93 stamina. I mean, his stats are fantastic. In-game stats, everything is green except his crossing. It is absolutely ridiculous. His stats in this game are simply fantastic. Oh, except his volleys too, but we're going to talk about how much of a lie that volley stat is, man. Also has 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, medium work rate. He has the strength specialty, and he has the long shot taker trait. So now, let's talk about big boy Yaya. What is Yaya Toure not good at? If you do not want to play him at chem, you can play him at CDM. You can play him at center mid. If you love this guy so much, you can play him at center forward. So let's go ahead and talk about his shooting now. His shooting was phenomenal. 10 miles better than Leroy Fer. I absolutely love this guy's shooting. His shooting was spectacular. Inside the box, he slams it in every single time. Outside the box, well, I mean, he does have like 86 shot power, 82 long shots in that long shot taker trait. He smashes them home all day. You will just see this throughout the clips. This guy's shooting is fantastic. Absolutely loved it. I mean, this guy has some better shooting than some strikers in this game. I mean, it's that ridiculous. And also his free kicks. You will just see a free kick barrage with him. His free kicks are so overpowered. Seriously, the power free kick that technique that I normally use, he smashes them in every time. The goalies have no chance to save them whatsoever. I mean, you'll see this in the clips. I mean, from anywhere really. Yaya Toure can smash him free kicks. So shooting wise, he gets a A+. Absolutely amazing when it comes to his shooting. Moving on, this guy has some solid pace as well. Forgot to mention that with Leroy Fer as well, but these guys both have some very great pace on him as well. For two big guys, solid pace on him is a necessity. But not only that, but he has some strength. 93 strength is simply ridiculous. Good luck trying to bully Yaya Toure off the ball. It does not happen that often, if you ask me. I mean, seriously, his strength proved to be a really big factor in this game. Not only that, but he has some okay balance too, so that kind of helps keep him up as well. Now moving on, this guy also has some solid passing. I think it's like 82 passing on the card, which for me is very phenomenal. I mean, this guy can assist a lot of your strikers. Now, I could have got more assists with him, but I was too busy scoring, just because his shooting was absolutely phenomenal. So I mean, he could definitely get you some assists, but if you're like me, you'll just be having way too much fun scoring with him. Dribbling wise, this guy can take on the entire team. You'll see this throughout the clips. He does it right there, and he has a nice tidy finish into the bottom right corner. Excuse me, the bottom left corner. Now moving on, his eye also has some very solid heading on him as well. Now, if you ask me, Leroy Fer's heading is definitely better, just because, like, even though he's an inch short, he has way more jumping. However, Yaya Toure can definitely win you some aerial duels. I mean, seriously, I think it's 6'2 or 6'3, 79 jumping. Absolutely fantastic. So, I mean, this guy can win you headers, and he has like 90 physical too. So, I mean, based it off this Yaya Toure, he's just one of the best players that you could honestly get in the game. For 187,000 coins, 185,000 coins, that is an absolute bargain for him. Seriously, this guy is your complete player. He can play anywhere for you, CDM all the way up to striker. I mean, that's how good of a player Yaya Toure is. I mean, he is a complete player. Seriously, the only downside with him is his crossing, but once again, he is a big guy. Why would you use him for crossing when you can just cross it to him and put it on his noggin? Because seriously, he's just a phenomenal player all around. I really did enjoy him. Simply spectacular. And that volley right there was just pretty great. So now let's move on to the verdict. Now, Leroy Fer for me gets a 5 out of 5 for both rating and value, just because for his price you get an absolute great player. You know, personally, I do think he's more suited as a center mid role rather than a cam, but even at cam he was pretty solid as well. So I definitely did enjoy him, and with those stats, I mean, he can pretty much play anywhere. And now moving on to Yaya Toure, he also gets a 5 out of 5 for both rating and value, just because one of the best players I have used in this game. Simply amazing. And as you guys can probably tell, Yaya Toure is the winner for this week's episode of Versus FIFA. I mean, he is phenomenal in this game. I can literally play him anywhere, and I honestly just had a ball with him. Seriously, simply fantastic. I would recommend any of you guys try him. However, if you guys do not have enough coins to afford him, then go ahead and pick up Leroy Fer, because he was also a very great and cheap alternative. But for me, Yaya Toure was just miles better. But nevertheless, guys, this is fresh. Let me know what you guys think of this episode down in the comments below, and also leave me some suggestions down in the comments below that I can use for next week's episode of Versus FIFA. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I am out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.